Hi, ladies and gentlemen, it's Gofundme Monroe again, back at you with more situations about the Broward County School Board. I've been watching the news, and as you know, we've had a terrible tragedy here in Broward County at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. Again, my heartfelt sympathies to the families of the victims and the friends of the victims, and may they rest in peace. God bless them all. That being said, everybody's on the bandwagon about we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this, we need to do that. Well, I watched Mr. Runcie the other day on the news, and I heard him say, and I'm going to quote him, they didn't connect the dots. Well, let me ask you a question, Mr. Runcie, okay? You think that you might be part of they, that you should maybe say, we didn't connect the dots? Correct me if I'm wrong. There is, in the school, a system already in place to detect weapons and or metal in that school, if I'm not mistaken, and you chose not to activate it at a cost factor. That's got to be the bottom line, okay? So what, in essence, let's put the blame where it is. It goes with you as well. It's your organization right here that we're dealing with, okay? It's your school board. You're the superintendent. You're supposed to be the guy in charge. I listen to this nonsense on the radio, this one and that one saying, oh, no, I'm not to blame. This one's to blame, that one's to blame. We're all to blame, but it needs to be fixed, okay? And the bottom line is if you implement those systems in every school in Broward County with all that money that you're hoarding, and don't say you're not because I know better, and so does everybody else, and I'm damn tired of it. I'm going to tell you now, what needs to be done in every school in Broward County, and this should have been done after the tragedy at Virginia Tech, there should be an implementation of metal detection and weapons detection. One way in, one way out, just like at the airport. It's unfortunate. This are the times that we live in. This is what it comes down to, because you've got terrorists on the internet all the time, getting in touch with these children that have been bullied and trying to get them to do evil acts, and they eat at their minds. That's one. Plus you have copycats out there now. You yourself said so. So let's cut the nonsense. Let's put bulletproof glass where there used to be regular glass. That's number one. I heard a student correct you and give you a lesson on economics, that if you purchase enough of it for all the schools, the price goes down. That's number one, what needs to be done. Number two, like I said, a weapons detection system in every school in Broward County. One way in, one way out. We can't lose not one more child, because one is too much. I don't care what the cost is. The children's safety is first, and that's what has to be done. And my getting on the school board is absolutely irrelevant. Whether I get on there or not, this needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even care about that anymore. I'm more pissed off, and I want to see something happen to save the children. And it needs to be done. Whatever they're discussing at the school board needs to be put on the back burner, and this needs to be front and center. No ifs, no ands, no buts, no maybes. Now, you might think, oh, I'm a little too excitable, but I'm sorry. I'm real upset over this. This is a disgusting situation. My wife and I have talked about it, and my heart bleeds for these poor people. You've got the funds to do it. Don't play around and pretend like you don't, all right? And say there's no money, there's no this, there's no that. If there's no money, take some of that 21% increase that you're getting and kick it back to 2 or 3%, or do like you did the drivers and the rest of the lower workers in the county, and put a wage freeze on yourself for 3, 4, or 5 years so this is fixed, because the kids are what matters most. You know it and I know it. So stop posing for the camera and standing there and, oh, here I am here. And then you got Osgood standing behind you going, doo-doo-doo, like a bobblehead doll, because she wants to make sure that she never misses an opportunity to get on the camera. I'm tired of it, man. This is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at what's going on here. The children matter most. I said this in the beginning before this ever happened. Unfortunately, this came about, and I was hoping that something like this wouldn't happen, but unfortunately it did. Now it's time to act. No more of this, oh, they did it, they didn't connect the dots. We didn't. You're part of the problem, Mr. Runcie. Don't try and pin it off on everybody else, okay? Because it was you, and only you, and your administration that said, no, we're not going to implement that because it's parkland, and it's an upper affluent area, and you didn't think anything was going to happen. Well, that ship has sailed. So let's make sure that it doesn't happen in any other school in Broward County. Implement these systems, no matter what the cost. Find it, let something else go on the back burner. Take care of the children. That is what needs to be done. People need to know they can send their children to school and they're going to come home safe to them. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care what you're discussing on the school board. That needs to be front and center. At this next school board meeting, you should be saying, how can we get the money together to fund these situations to protect these children? That's what I feel. And I could care less at this point if I got on the school board or not, as long as you did this and actually took care of the children like you pretend you want to do all the time. Stop posing for the camera and get the job done. This is Grover Monroe. Thank you. I'm done. Have a good day.